early.
What's good, folks?
Yeah.
We are back. It's another episode of Early.
Real early, man.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel.
Do all that, tell a friend, tell a
Yeah,
family
for
member,
sure.
all
We
that
got
shit.
another dope guest in the crib with us today.
Man.
We got Chris Martin in here.
One and only, man.
C Marty Fit. What's happening,
Yes,
player?
sir. What's going on with y'all,
Hey,
man?
man.
Appreciate the invite, man.
Oh, of
Appreciate
course,
you
bro.
coming through. Appreciate you
course.
coming through.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely,
bro.
man.
I definitely wanted to, love that you came through the studio in person. I definitely want to give a little context how I've been, met Chris. Me and my boy, we were supposed to shoot a reality show. It never actually came out, but Chris was supposed to be one of the trainers of the reality shows, the type shit. So
Reality show in what sense? Like on some
kinda
real
like,
world shit, or on some
literally.
like the challenge shit? Like
literally, bro. And he was supposed to just come in there and be like, get up out of your sleep. I don't know, y'all might have turned up too much last night or whatever the fuck, but we gotta go to the rooftop and we gotta get this shit in motion.
a week.
Type shit. So, and it's funny
That's a
'cause,
crazy concept though. Like what happened? What was that supposed to be, and what happened?
It was more so supposed to be just be something that we were supposed to pitch as a pilot type
Yeah.
thing. But it just felt
Like life.
It
Yeah,
just,
yeah,
it
yeah.
just, it's just how it be. But
Bro, that would have been so funny, bro.
Bruh.
I went in the kitchen, snatched the champagne
Yeah,
bottle.
yeah.
Bro,
Yeah,
some
we
major
had a-
pain
he
type
was-
shit?
Bro, that joint-
he was Kirkin coming in like,
What's-
what? Yeah, we
Oh,
set
so
up.
y'all
crazy
seen,
is, bro.
yeah, go ahead.
I was asking for the content, and then I never got that. But
Oh, so like it was filmed and everything. It,
was
just never
filmed,
actually
bro.
came
Like,
out.
they
Yeah.
had a camera and
shot it,
everything. I'm
bro,
like, bro, I need that. Even if the show, I need that.
Yeah, right,
That's awesome.
right.
Y'all ever seen Heavyweights with Ben Stiller? Like the fat cam shit? Oh my God. Y'all niggas never seen that shit?
No.
Damn, y'all niggas must be young. Y'all, I'm dating myself. No, look
never
that shit
saw
up, bro. That you know Ben Stiller.
Yeah, I know
though.
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller, he plays this like fat camp instructor, bro. Like he's like, so like it's a bunch of kids in fat camp. I think Keenan
Now it
Thompson
sounds
is in
familiar as hell
it.
to
But
me. Go ahead.
yeah, bro. And this nigga's just like this crazy ass like drill instructor, like running with the bike. You know what I'm saying? Like carries the bike on his shoulders as he runs up a hill type shit.
No.
But that shit reminded me of that. But so that falls apart. How did y'all like keep in touch and everything?
Nah,
like
so
that?
I mean, just basically from there, bro. Like been following your page and shit like that. And the one thing that I like, it's funny as hell, but at the same time, I resonate. It's kind of like I do think that we've kind of shifted into this PC culture, where there's a lot of people kind of are either hesitant towards what they really want to say or coddle people's feelings, right? So like we give out participation trophies a lot and shit like that, but when it really comes down to I feel like just my progress in life, right? Not even just necessarily working out. It's like, yo, you got to go through that adversity. You got to go through that pain. You got to go through that grind. This shit's not easy.
Yeah.
Nobody said it was enjoyable to try to get to the next level. But I feel like it's nowadays everybody's trying to short circuit it. And it's no, but I'll show you how it's it's just, you love it. And I'm like, but only love I feel, right, personally, then I want to hear what y'all feel. It's kind of you can love the process. You know what I'm saying? And then what the process kind of results to, that's what you can fall in love with.
I was finna say, I think the results,
I
is what helps. Like seeing results is kind of what makes you want to continue the process.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Chris, actually, I want to ask you this because as a trainer, how do people come to you? Do people come to you from ground zero? Or are people coming to you more at 50% trying to get to 80 or 80% trying to get to 100? Where do you tend to meet most people?
I'm a fucking athlete. I'm trying to get to the next
Yeah,
level.
exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to gauge where do people come to you at?
I've trained it all, bro.
Yeah.
I've trained, beginners. I train people already on their journey. I done trained retired NBA players. I done trained athletes, college athletes, pro athletes, So I've gotten all walks. And you mentioned seeing the results. And I know y'all been to the mall. You seen a chick with the BBL, but she got the arms and the shoulders with it.
Yeah.
You feel me? That's what happens when you don't get a chance to see the results. You trying to get there as quick as possible.
It's that quick fix.
You ain't developed no habits.
Right.
You don't know how to stay in the gym. You don't know how to go to the gym when you don't feel like it. You don't know how to eat clean.
And I was about to say, it's the self-control of the eating, dog. That's the thing. It's the eating and the laziness.
Yep.
That's what's gonna, because bro, if you're even just a little bit active, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna maintain, you're gonna be okay. All you gotta do is be in a calorie deficit and you'll be all right.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You may not be the most toned, but you're not gonna get out of control. But when you don't have the eating habits to maintain, You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
a BBL or anything like that, or like liposuction, any of those kind of things, it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna get bad. You know what I'm saying?
I be trying to tell people like, you're a sugar addict. Like the same way somebody addicted to cigarettes.
Yeah, and a lot of us are.
Right.
Cocaine.
A lot of people are
whatever.
like,
You
yeah.
like you a sugar addict. If you can't put it down, if you can't drink some water, you gotta have some type of flavor, something fruity. Like
Facts.
you gotta have Hawaiian Punch or Capri Sun.
I can't hold you. That was me for a long time, bro.
That's a problem. Bro.
That was me
You gotta
for a
put it
long
down.
time, bro. I could not drink water. I had to drink juice. Like if I'm playing sports, I got to drink Gatorade. You know what I'm saying? I cannot
Well,
drink
it's
water.
different growing up though. When you 30 and you can't put it down, it's like
Facts.
you a grown up. Come on, bro.
Nah, that's
Right,
facts.
right,
That's
right.
You
facts.
grown ass man, grown ass woman, have some self control.
No,
That's facts.
Not dead ass. I mean, so like, before we even, get into, I feel like, working out and the culture around that shit and whatnot. I want to just talk about, like, I guess you as an athlete, right? I was just talking before we had came on to the show, like, I seen you were balling, right? And like at the collegiate level, and I feel like, sometimes when we at that phase, we definitely, when we in our baller's life, sometimes we trying to see how far we can take it, whether, that's professionally overseas and shit like that. But now that you in the lane that you now, I'm always interested in that transition, what that looks like, right? So what it looks like when you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing this, but what is it that I can?
Yeah,
do
like,
that
what can
use
I
my
do?
Experience,
Yeah.
what I have learned over the years, like how do I like I could take all of this and use it in my next endeavor.
Yeah. So pretty much, man, a lot of people don't know, man. I was pretty heavily recruited coming out of high school.
Right.
And
Where'd you go to high school?
I went to St. John's and
Okay.
St. Patrick's.
Okay.
Coming up, St. Patrick's in New Jersey.
Word.
And
St. John's in New Jersey too?
St. John's is in DC.
Oh, St. John's College?
St. John's
Yeah,
College.
yeah.
High
Oh, that's
School.
where my
Yeah.
sisters
St.
went.
John's,
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, I had a pretty good high school career. Went to college, ended up at Marshall. Things weren't going too well. Transferred to Mount St. Mary's. Things weren't going too well.
I'm weak.
Long story. I mean, if y'all want to ask questions about it, I'm
Yeah, like what was the college experience like?
Right.
So you get there, man. They lie about the recruits
To
coming
recruit
in.
you?
They lie about everything. I had a coach kind of push me to Marshall when I had other schools that was really interested in me. So I got there. You got upperclassmen there. You got other dudes coming in you ain't never heard about. They ain't tell you about. So, and I'm no I don't shy away from competition.
Right.
But you go to somewhere where they ain't even plan on playing you.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta fight. You fighting for no reason. It's kind of fucked up.
It's like because you could have went somewhere where
coulda
they
went somewhere
wanted to
else,
play,
bro.
like
Like,
where they wanted you,
Bruh,
You know what
or
I'm saying?
needed you. You could have been useful for them.
Or sometimes you might be busting ass in a practice shit like that, but the way the depth chart work is,
Yeah, like
bro,
they've
you
already
just not
decided
here.
that this
You
person
just
has
not- you
started.
like,
Bro,
You know what I'm saying?
bro,
Like,
it's like,
bro.
bro, you see me. I'm going crazy.
I'm just getting started, bro.
Oh, we-
I'm just getting started. Like I could do a whole hour on this.
He said this could be the podcast.
I'm gonna try to make this as quickly
Go
as
ahead.
possible. bro.
Go ahead.
So there's something I talk about all the time. I hit a game-winning shot in triple overtime when I was at Marshall.
Okay.
We was actually playing against Jordan Clarkson. He was.
Oh, wow.
He went to Tulsa. Folks don't even know he started at University of Tulsa.
Yeah.
Before he went to Missouri.
Word.
So we playing Jordan Clarkson in triple overtime. I ain't even play. I came in the game and they knew I could shoot. One of the assistant coaches stopped me. He was like, when I got to the table, he was like, I don't give a fuck what play we call. If you open, shoot it. Shot that bitch, made it. You know what I mean? Don't play the next game. You feel me?
Yeah,
but I wasn't
right.
playing the
Like,
whole year
right,
though.
right.
Yeah,
I wasn't
yeah,
playing the
yeah.
whole year.
Right,
so
right.
that's just one story. When I had transferred to Mount St. Mary's, they had a chart where it was like, all right, I want Chris to come in the game at 2 minutes. Then after 5 minutes, you gonna come out. They had a whole.
So it was like
bro,
it was like a play.
How,
You know what I'm saying?
how am I supposed to hoop like
Yeah.
that, bro? Like, how am I supposed to hoop like
Can't
that?
get
bro?
rhythm.
Yeah, like,
yeah.
and I would score 21 game. Next game, I play 8 minutes. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
So it's just, a lot of people look at my college like, oh, this nigga was a bum. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like, I know so many dudes that was so nice at ball and they college career don't reflect it. It's really normal, bro.
Right.
Like,
Bro, that reminds me of something. Did y'all see that clip that was going around of Anthony Mackie when he was talking about how he was like success
On the-
isn't
on the
earned.
pivot-
It's
on
like
the pivot,
it's like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like given because it really depends on who gives you an opportunity. You
Oh,
can be
yeah, I
as good
seen
as
that
you
joint,
want
yeah.
to be, or you can be as good as possible. But if
Bruh.
people don't give you opportunities to showcase that,
Yeah, I think
and then
so.
even when you showcase it, like you still,
Dog.
you know what I'm saying? Because I'm saying in your situation, like you was even showcasing it,
Dog.
but then the next game comes around and you still don't get like the opportunity.
It's
you know what I'm
right-
saying? It's kind of crazy.
It's right place, right time.
Yeah,
So, you know,
it's
that's
it's a whole bunch of different factors that go
but-
into.
100%.
yeah, but that's the beautiful thing about life, though. It's right place or right time. That shit keeps you on point.
Right.
That shit gonna keep me working hard. That shit
Right.
gonna keep me, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be lazy. I'm gonna stay on top of things. I'm gonna build my character. I'm gonna build my work ethic. And you know,
Because you could definitely take it a whole nother way and have
you feel
another
me? And that's
perspective
what
about
I'm
that.
doing
Be like,
now.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Because like you look at the content space. Not that I'm like where I want to be yet, but ain't no trainer doing what I'm doing
Right.
as far as the content space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
100%.
With the that's another gift I had on top of basketball, but I had to work to find that. You feel me?
Right,
So,
right, exactly.
How did you find it? Like when did
Right.
content come into your life?
I mean, when do you even
Bro.
like prior to that? Like yeah, and is that prior to training? Because I definitely want to see when did you even wanted to become a trainer?
Oh, I didn't even get into that. So okay, yeah, that's where I
So,
was
like,
going.
what came first?
So I always was a clown, bro.
Word. okay.
Always was joking. Always had the bus laughing, coaches
Right,
laughing,
right.
getting detention,
And then DMV
Yeah.
gotta know how to
joning on
motherfucking
niggas
go.
in
Facts.
school, bro.
Right.
Third period lunch, they know what time it is.
Yeah.
See Marty
Facts.
versus
Right.
whoever.
Oh,
Like,
we-
so I always was a clown, bro.
Right.
And it's crazy because I kind of lost it after college basketball. That joint sent me to a deep depression, bro. So I did my 4 years of college and a redshirt year. So think 5 years of depression,
Man.
like 5 years of not being yourself, not
You
being
so locked in, you trying to make
Yeah.
this shit work. I ain't laughing. I ain't
bro.
no funny C
not,
Marty, my nigga.
not being. I mean, I still was a clown in college, but not even at the level I would have
right.
been if things was
Right.
going good. So you think like I don't even really get to express myself. I can't talk to nobody. Nobody want to hear what I'm talking about.
Right.
People think I'm making excuses. I'm trying to talk to the coach. This motherfucker ain't listen. So by the time that shit was over, bro, I was in a crazy depression, bro. Got fat,
Word.
skinny fat.
Word.
You know, I got fat, skinny fat, and just like,
You say you got
Yeah,
fat
yeah,
and
yeah.
got
skinny
fat
fat.
and skinny
Yeah,
fat.
that's different.
Was
That's
drinking
different, right?
drinking
Yeah.
every day, drinking every weekend, like just trying to, you know, drink the pain away. And I was working at the front desk at a Golds and Largo at the Boulevard at the time. And I was like, man, fuck this shit, bro. So I kind of I was at the gym every day. I was working out. Next thing you know, one of the trainers come up to me. He like, bro, you need to train. He like, fuck that basketball shit. I'm like, nah, I'm trying to go overseas.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Finally, that overseas shit ain't work out.
Right.
He give me a discount on the certification for 150.
Word.
Them joints be 800, 900
yeah,
a
yeah.
stack.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I passed the test, you know, started doing my own thing in
And what year is this?
2017.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bro,
2017.
that
bro.
story sounds weirdly similar to mine, bro. like, bro, like coming out of college, I felt like I was, because I tell this story a lot to people that I know that might feel depressed, or I'm not saying like might, like they don't. If you feel it, you feel it, right?
Yeah.
But when I graduated college, I moved back home. This is the time when Instagram is starting to pop. So I'm still seeing, like I left before all my homies, essentially. You know what I'm saying? So I come back here, I'm still seeing my homies like on Instagram just like living life. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm here by myself, just kind of like, and then also too, like I just went through some shit with a shorty. So like I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm working at the front desk of a gym that my sister used to work at, this little small fitness club for like older folks. So it was like rich people in like Potomac would come to this gym, and it's like a small gym. I used to work at the front desk. She just got me that job.
Yeah.
Bro, like once I was in there, I'm just, because I used to have to open it up. I used to have to go at like 4 o'clock in the morning to open the joint. I would just listen to like motivational content,
That's what I
workout
do too,
content,
yeah.
and then I would just work out before, after, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I started to feel bad. Like for whatever reason, that's what like lifted me up out of a depression, bro.
Yeah,
you know what
bro.
I'm saying? I just started to feel better. I started to see changes. Because I was always like skinny. You know what I'm saying? So like
Yeah.
whenever I'm feeling away, even when I'm on default, I don't eat much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was just super skinny. I started to just kind of, I wasn't getting bigger, but I was getting more cut. And then I start to add on, like, let me see if I can add on weight. You know what I'm saying?
But, like-
So it was a slow process, but that work towards every little step kind of just made, and the way I look at it is, you get out of depression. You get out of depression by having something to think about other than just like the things that are terrible in your life. So I'm thinking about what workout can I do tomorrow? What body part should I should I work on? Things like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what people don't realize about working out, you know, because like, say I make a post about somebody, they'd be like, "Oh, he's depressed." What the fuck do that mean? Like I like they don't think I've been there before, right?
Yeah.
And the thing about working out is that shit puts you in such a positive state, right? It's gonna give you confidence, right? It's gonna give you some structure in your life. It's gonna give you some discipline, right? You get all three of them things, you only gonna go up.
You become a beast.
You know what I mean? But you soaking, you sad, you getting drunk, you using food and all this other bullshit. Your life is only gonna get worse, right? You ain't even gonna care about your body image, right?
Yeah.
You gonna care about what bottle.
But you know what the thing about it is that you do care, but you don't think there's nothing you could do about it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like that plays into the depression. Like you see yourself letting yourself go, and you don't feel like there's nothing you can do about it. So that makes you feel worse. You know what I'm saying?
Some people don't care, bro.
Yeah.
You think that?
Bro, I'm telling you, if you got a certain amount of money, you don't care, bro.
Yeah, that's not.
You know what I mean? If you got a
It's
certain
about
accomplishment,
comfort.
you don't care.
I feel like it's about the level of comfort you feel in your life.
Yeah.
If you comfortable in life and you see in this phase, you like, bro, I'm cool. I still do what I want. People, I'm not necessarily concerned about how it is that I'm looking or how it affects my health. But
Complacency.
one thing, it's funny too, is like, I feel like everybody, like I said, they see the results, but it's like when you talking about that, it gives you this discipline, it gives you all that. It's like sometimes people don't know that's what it requires to even get your result. People always trying to be like, yo, how do I just get from point A to point B the quickest? You know what I'm saying?
That shit crazy, bro. You gotta look at, bro. You ain't get to point B quick.
Right.
You didn't get there quick, bro. You that big ass back took 8 years. It's not about to take 30 days to get that up off you.
Right.
That's
You gotta put some work in.
That's another part to it too. Is like the way I see it is that I changed my lifestyle. Like there was no, oh, I'm finna just do this for a month and see where I'm at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was, and I didn't know I was doing it when I was doing it. It was just on some, let me go to the gym tomorrow. And then I go to the gym that day. Let me go again tomorrow. Let me go again tomorrow. Let me go again tomorrow. And then as I'm starting to see, okay, my chest is starting to look good, but like my arms don't really look like nothing. What can I do to get my arms bigger? And that's like a whole nother 3-4 weeks of work to get it that. And it's like, oh, my legs ain't keeping up. Let me get my legs big. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then you start to add, like what should I be eating when I'm not working out? Like or when I'm not at the gym? Like what should I be eating? Go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the progression right there.
Right.
And every day, so no matter how you feel, whether you sad, mad, don't feel like it, you in that bitch every day. And that's where people fuck up at. The moment an emotion hits them, they give up, they quit.
Yeah.
Right. So it's that consistency within those, learning how to manage those emotions.
Right.
Right.
And so now you getting into the flow of things, you get your cert, right? You start maybe training people or whatnot. And I know in the midst of this, you probably on some, I think I'm good at it, what it is that I do. Mm-hmm. Are you thinking to yourself like, now it's about like amplifying my message? How do I get people hip to what it is that I'm on? Or are you on some, I feel some type of way about the things that I'm seeing and I feel like I got to make content? Like what inspired you to even want to make the content? Was it more so to get more visibility, or was it on some, this shit need to be said because I don't think y'all saying shit and we just kind of drifting, we're losing the plot type shit?
So you fast forward in a couple of years. So
okay.
Before that, I just wanted to change my image.
For sure.
Everybody knew me as
because you was big at this point.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't that big. But
I just got my shirt.
I mean, everybody seen me as a hooper.
Yeah, got you.
So when Quinn Cook and Vic Oladipo walk into goals and I'm working the front desk, and I was hooping against these motherfuckers my whole life, they're like, what the fuck? You feel me? That shit was embarrassing. That shit,
I hear that.
Sleep at night when that. And that's not the only ones. It was coaches. It was other players. So. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to change my image from hooper to trainer. So I post on Instagram every day, posting workout content. That's how that started, right?
Word.
So I started to build up my business, pick up. Then I moved to LA in 2019.
Okay.
Moved to LA. Was, shit was going good out there.
Right.
That's when I got to LA, that's when I started to see the bullshit. Shorty's got surgery.
Right.
But
Oh yeah.
you know, I see Shorty in the gym all the time, but girls be like, "Oh my God, have you seen her page? She look bomb as shit." Shorty got surgery. She, you know what I mean, she not even about this life. I see Shorty work out. She not even lifting for real.
Yeah.
Right. So then I'm around people. People just weird as fuck. So that's when I started learning shit.
The
in LA.
aesthetic.
But you don't give them
the aesthetic of it.
Yeah.
You don't give them kudos for being in the gym though. Like
Nah, I mean that's cool, but
because like you can get the surgery. We just talked about you get the surgery. You got to still maintain
but you
the
selling
shit.
plans and not.
Oh,
telling people
okay.
that
So
you-
you're making it seem like you've been in here for years.
taking people's money. You selling them products and shit that you never
It's
use.
the flat tummy tea, and I'm in the gym every day, and it's the flat tummy tea. Yeah.
But
Dr. LA did.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I hear that.
And then I would see how dudes, a lot of the guys in the fitness, they was weird too. Like they'd be cool one day, then we get around another group of people, they acting funny and shit. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't fuck with y'all niggas. Y'all niggas weird. So that kind of put a chip on my shoulder to where I'm like, all right, if I get a chance to expose these niggas, I will. Nobody better say nothing about me.
So
keeping notes.
Yeah. So pandemic hit, I ended up moving back here, and I was like, I was listening to like Gary V and a whole bunch of other people. They like post content. So you know, you're dealing with clients. They're bullshitting. Money is up and down, not inconsistent. One good month, one bad month, one great month, one okay month. So I started posting fitness tips on the gram. It got me some clients. So I was like, this shit ain't really hitting. Engagement ain't hitting. It ain't page ain't growing. Followers ain't growing. So I just started testing shit out. I just started reacting to fat people and when they said some bullshit.
Word. And it's like a TikTok type shit. Like you just see the shit and then you would just start putting your image on something. Like, hold on.
And then people get triggered. But the engagement was going up.
The dialogue started. Now people got something to say.
Now people got something. So I peeped. So now it's like, all right, let's start some conversations. Let's get people arguing in there. Let's hurt some feelings. Right? So then I start looking who feelings get hurt the most? Black women. So I'm post about black women once a week. Black men, y'all niggas sensitive too. We post about black men. All right. Fat white men. Y'all motherfuckers sensitive. We gonna put y'all on this side. We still gonna talk about fat white women. Y'all right after black women. We gonna talk about y'all. So I really just started being real strategic with it, right?
Yeah.
So then it was like, all right, I know all right, let's do BBLs. We did fat people, let's do BBLs. All right. We did BBLs, let's do fat trainers. You feel me? So it just started.
I'm weak.
And now it's getting to Victoria's Secret. Then it's fat acceptance. Then it's you could be healthy and fat at the same time. Then it's you got fat NBA players. Zion Williamson can't lose no fucking weight. Now it's fat trainers.
Weak.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like it's just now it's everywhere.
I feel like low key. I'm not trying to play the hero or nothing, but I feel like Zion Williamson gets a lot of flack for his. I feel like he got. I'm not saying he's big boned. I don't think that's a thing. But like the nigga been his size for his whole life, bro, and he been able to move, been able to jump higher than everybody else. He just can't stay healthy.
But you don't see the correlation.
No, I do. But I feel like.
Dog,
I don't even know where I'm going with it.
To the best nutritionist on earth.
Yeah.
That is unacceptable.
And he will do it and he won't maintain. That's the thing. It's not like we're trying to see something we never seen from him.
Yeah.
He will get in shape and will not maintain.
Yeah.
Every
and then we'll
season.
just go right back. And it's like, bro, what's going on?
But how are we always saying like, okay, this nigga goes down, it's because he's fat. Is this nigga goes down, it's because he eats too much. This nigga will have an ankle injury, it's because he eats too much.
This is the thing,
you know what I'm saying? This nigga gonna have a bicep injury, it's because he eats too much. His diet is bad.
I'm gonna tell you right now, he's played half his games and he's been in the league for 6 years. Next year he'll be a
I know.
pro.
I saw something that was like he finally played his like 200th game or some shit, and it's like, bro, there's 80 games in the season.
I was just down in New Orleans, right? I was just down in New Orleans last month and shit. And I'll tell you what, man, I was talking. I was like, yo, I was at a bar and shit. And that's like, yo, what you know, just talking about tennis. She's like, yo, so what's the moves tonight? And I was like, yeah, think about to go to the Pelicans game and shit. He was like, oh, word. He's like, word, you probably get some good seats. So I was like, yeah, like y'all, you fuck with the Pelicans? I was like, you fuck with Zion? He said.
I'm weak.
I was like, what's that mean? He's like, bro.
We don't talk about Zara. We don't talk about Zion around here.
We over that.
The thing is, bro, you can't be getting hurt like that and always overweight.
Yeah.
And
know
you
what
would
I
have
mean?
hope. You would have hope.
Cause then it's like Anthony Davis. It's like Anthony Davis. Like he gets hurt a lot, but we don't blame his weight for it.
But nah, because when
Yeah,
that
but,
motherfucker,
yeah.
when the nigga produced though,
Yeah, we don't blame
Zion
him.
produced when he's on the floor.
But he's not on the floor, so they can't produce.
Your
They can't get to
best
the next
AD.
level.
It's AD. You know what I'm
That's the
saying?
thing. Your argument worked better for your argument worked way better for AD because that's the shit that get blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
He actually over the past 2 years he's played the majority of the games,
Yeah.
including playoffs. But he still has this stigma of he began hurt, but will come back the next.
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
That's how it was
But what
being
I'm saying
hurt.
is every time Zion get hurt, they blame the food, his size. But it's like, bro, like up until the NBA, I don't know if this nigga was
He
injury
got hurt
prone.
in college too.
Did he?
yeah.
He got hurt
Yeah.
at Duke.
I remember seeing his. I remember seeing the
He got
shoe
hurt
get.
at Duke,
Remember
bro.
seeing the shoe get blown up. I saw that.
It's a matter of just how you play. Like if
Yeah.
that's your style
Bro.
of play,
Yeah.
you need to maintain your shit. It's another
Yeah.
thing if you just
Part of
kinda
the job, man.
No, that's no.
You know
I
what I
hear
mean?
hear me out. I agree, but this is something that I be thinking about. It's like, bro, like I'm not sitting here like being like be easy on. That's not what I'm saying. But it's like, okay, the nigga gets hurt, cool. Like we always make it about the same reason. Like it don't matter what body part he injured. We always say it's the same reason.
Look at how he plays, right? He's super athletic,
Yeah,
right? He gets rebounds. He's dunking.
Physical
That's
player.
a lot of
You're
landing,
going
bro.
through, right.
Yeah.
You talking about almost 300 pounds
pounds
of
fall.
landing.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
gotta blame the weight.
I mean, Shaq did it.
You got to.
I mean,
no, Shaq wasn't doing what Zion did.
This is the thing. This is the thing.
Shaq wasn't a vert.
If you want, and if you want to bring Shaq's like, well, bro, what you talk about is Zion plays like a more so of a Magic Shaq.
Yeah.
Shaq transitioned because Shaq with Kobe was telling this nigga Shaq work the fuck out, and Shaq was
Yeah.
like, bro, throw that shit in the paint.
Yeah, facts.
You know,
He
Shaq
was. No, that's
calling
facts.
that,
That's
two
facts.
you can-
totally
this is the
different
thing,
games.
That's
bro.
facts. That's
because
facts.
Shaq is a motherfucker that's like, all right, yeah, you the most dominant nigga in the game, but it's like, yeah, bro, like
this
you don't
is-
You don't
gotta
exercise.
You know,
He
you're not
said you
exercising.
don't exercise.
Now Shaq on the Magic's exactly like you said, the Magic
Yeah,
Shaq.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
That was
breaking the backboards and shit.
That was insane.
You
Yeah.
know, but he wasn't missing games, you know.
Yeah,
but
nah,
like,
facts.
but like, I guess like back to your shit, like, the body positivity movement. I do think, that shit kind of be funny. It's kind of like at all costs, let's not critique. Let's not say something that's motherfucking gonna be beneficial
That's
to
the-
you. And now it's a matter of prioritize how people feel as opposed to prioritizing progress.
Well,
Like
I do.
what makes you get better as opposed to what makes you like look. And I'm like, bruh, nobody's saying you have to hate your. I'm not saying hate your like.
Yeah,
Okay, you're fat.
facts.
You need to hate your. I'm
Yeah,
not
no,
saying
facts,
that,
facts,
but it's like
facts.
you need to motherfucking. You need to really hate your condition. Or where you're at. Not
Nah,
you, but you need to hate like where you've gotten at, and it's like motherfucker, you need to motivate and
To
inspire.
me,
bro.
I would say like you don't need to be okay with it. Like just because you're there, don't mean you just gotta like
Right.
stay there. And the thing is, we had talked about like it being hard. Like, yeah, I'm not here to say it's easy.
Shit
You know what I'm
life is
saying? But the
hard.
thing
Shit
is,
life
life,
is hard,
everything
bro.
in life is
Shit in life is
got a
hard.
level of
Right.
difficulty to
Yep.
it. But we
Right.
don't not like pregnancy is hard. People still have babies because they want to have a baby. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, so it's like just because something is hard, don't mean it's not worth doing. Especially when the other side of it is beneficial. Like no one has ever lost a bunch of weight and been like, I hate how I look. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
Like I wish and the thing is if you do, then you can gain the weight back. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
That's how you
but I
feel.
guarantee
Right,
you'll
easy.
never get to that point where you're like, I hate how I look after I've like
Yep.
got myself in shape. You know what I'm saying?
You got to look at the results, right, of the body positivity shit. We got men had with the lowest testosterone levels ever.
Right.
Everybody's a fucking soy boy now.
Yeah.
All these men with soft ass voices, and
I'm weak.
I'm not going to go that far, but y'all know what direction I'm going in. All right?
Yep, yep.
We got that. We got kids bigger than adults. I was in my apartment complex. This girl couldn't been no older than what, 5th grade, 6th grade. Yeah, the doctor said I got to lose 50 pounds. You're in elementary school. But I'm saying, look at the results, right?
Right.
And people are tired of lying to people. People are tired of coddling people.
Right.
And that alone, along with everything else, that is a big part of the political climate.
Right.
So I just wanted to throw that in there too, add a little more context.
No, that's
But I
fine.
think that's part of the reason the shift is coming. And both sides got their issues, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the coddling and anything goes and not holding people accountable, people are sick of that shit. That shit is ruining the country.
No,
Yeah.
that's real.
Yep.
That's real, bro. Yeah, I feel like I feel like we just say yes, okay.
My fault, bro.
Now go ahead.
Back to the men, the low testosterone. I'm not a parent yet, so maybe I'm wrong.
Right.
But if I was a parent and that shit happened at the school, I'll be up there with all the dads.
Right,
I'll be up there by myself.
What
What are the dads doing, bro?
But you
What
know,
are they doing?
I don't know if it's still like this. But I know when I was growing up, it was like mostly women teaching. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I remember having
right.
two
Most of my teachers were,
from elementary school
you're right.
through high school. I remember not in high school there was way more male teachers.
Gym
but
teachers.
from
The gym teachers was
gym teacher like almost always a guy. You know what I'm saying? But outside of gym, I remember having one male teacher from elementary to middle school. You know what I'm saying? High school there was more of a mix. But I do feel like, because I say this a lot, where young dudes, and it often starts in school, are taught to, be super sensitive to women.
Yeah.
And also kind of like downplay their like masculinity and their own like male traits. Like they're kind of taught to just like put that to the side, or there's like it's problematic.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Or,
And I'm saying this as somebody who experienced it. Like I had to unlearn so much shit in my adulthood
I'm telling
that
you.
I didn't even realize was like deeply rooted in me. And then when I look back, it's like, damn, like, I mean, and I don't think back then they meant wrong. I do feel like nowadays it gets like, I feel like some people do mean harm. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like people are like, there's some people that are really extreme with like the feminist takes and like the man shaming. I feel like people are really extreme today. But back then when I was a kid, I don't think it was that.
I don't remember that either.
I don't think it was that harsh. I just think that our society was very much trying to make up for all the time that like women were kind of like pushed to the wayside. They're trying to make up for it by being like
calibrated,
and like today we've like super over calibrated. Today we've super over calibrated. But I feel like back then when I was a kid, it was like we were just trying to make up for it. You know what I'm saying? And now I feel like we've made up for it, but now we're just going past the finish line. You know what I'm saying? Like we're going through the end zone and into the tunnel. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's gone.
It's kind of
that
crazy.
shit like motherfucking like Kamala, like they had a fucking commercial for trans prison people.
I saw that Charlemagne commercial where he was saying
what you're
that
campaign on. You trying to win,
bro? And that's my thing.
That's
though.
nuts, man. People not feeling
This
that.
is my thing.
People
bro.
talk about groceries, bro. You talking about real shit like the bills, bro.
But this would kill me. Motherfuckers is mad at groceries now. Groceries been a problem for the past 5 years.
I mean, groceries been a problem.
Right.
Groceries been a
And this
problem.
my thing. And I'm not picking sides. I'm just speaking facts.
Right.
You feel me? Ask somebody, okay, why you vote for Trump? Oh, I voted for Trump. There's some idiots that voted for Trump. I voted for Trump because of this. I don't like this. You ask somebody why they vote for Kamala. She's a black woman.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Well, what are we voting on now?
Yeah.
Bro, no,
Then the world has become too emotional. Now, if you tell me, I voted for Kamala, I like this. I like this policy. I like this. I want her to change this X, Y, Z.
I mean, like, all right, I don't think that.
I can respect
at least
that.
You got some
Yeah.
issues that mean something to you. That makes sense, my nigga.
Yeah, bro, but it's just too emotional. You see a headline, you see Trump and abortion, all you say is, he's getting rid of abortion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, did you read what the fuck he said? No, you didn't. All right, bet. So
And then also too, like Kamala's campaign was a lot about the just doing the opposite of the things that was triggering for Trump. Like, so like, Trump is the face of, and I don't even know why he's the face of abortion laws, because what it is that he's just taking it out of the federal hands and putting it into the state's hands.
Right.
Okay, fine. But now Kamala's whole stance is like, okay, like we're gonna keep abortion federal, but then you're only speaking to a certain set of people that care about that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's some people who don't care about that. What are you gonna do for them? You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's not enough of enough of that.
And then get to work and but
the thing is, and that's the thing about politics. Everybody's saying the thing that they think is going to make them win. So if you have like and again, where I feel like we've pushed ourselves into a society that cares more about what women want than what guys want. So if you got a bunch of people saying that like as women we want abortion laws, then she's gonna run on that thinking that that's what's going to get her the W.
But
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I think shit was just on that side was just so tone deaf to the point. It's like all y'all would have to do is literally pay attention to the climate. It's very clear what people want and what they want to hear. Y'all are leaning too much in towards woke things. We're hip to these social issues, the youth and shit like that, bruh. then people with the money, the people that's gonna push these campaigns, ad dollars, they own the businesses, the brands. They not fucking with what you saying. Like this is who funds your campaign. You gonna go to celebrities and the youth.
Man.
Well, I feel like everybody
with a lot of people.
I was gonna say like they was getting. That's what I'm saying. They was getting the celebrities,
and then you're gonna go get the
Cardi B.
the young kids and the entertainers and be like, this is what's gonna push it. And it's like,
Cardi B
bro,
up there
y'all,
like this.
I'm like, y'all
Beyonce.
think that's what that push America? Like that's what's gonna win the vote in America? Like, no, bro. It's like you gotta really, bro. And this is another thing too. It's like there's a lot of people that weren't born native to this country. And also you have a lot of people from Africa, coming from Latin American countries and shit like that, migrated over here, boom, we have countries. I'm first generation. They don't feel that emotionally charged. How people, when people say the Trump shit and all that, they're on some, bro, my bills.
Yeah.
That shit less.
Yeah.
That's what I care about.
And bro,
That's all you had to say. That's all you had to say to get my vote.
People around the world think we're idiots. Like people
Yeah.
look at America and they're like, they're fucking dumb.
I remember going to Nigeria.
And it wasn't always like that.
Somebody had said something. This was like right after Trump got elected, or like around that time. And somebody was saying like the things y'all picking to like talk about and be like having protests about is like interesting. He was like it's interesting, but interesting on some like y'all pick weird things that like y'all pick weird hills to die on. That's basically what he was saying to me, and I was like, because like I don't really like talking politics with people, but like I was just he was my Uber driver. He was, or not Uber, but like a driver, and he was saying this shit, and I'm just like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I hear what you're saying, you know what I'm saying? But to hear that perspective was interesting. Like, oh, like y'all think that we're picking like the things that we make news and stories on CNN, y'all think is like not even worth talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like,
bro,
I found that interesting.
There,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I do feel like I mean, if we wanted to tie it back into the whole like exercising thing, like I'm just saying, like I feel
It's
like
all
there's
tied in,
something.
bro.
I do think there's something to be said about the because the reason I don't really care so much about politics in general is because I feel like I gotta worry about me first, then what I can directly impact, then like I'll look outside of that, and I feel like I'm still trying to optimize me. I'm still trying to optimize my position for like how I inflict my family. You know what I'm saying? And to it, like I understand the importance of like who the president is and all. I understand its importance, but to me, I'm like there's things directly in front of me that I gotta worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like
I think you touching on to something that I feel like is even a good premise of even this show and what it's about, right? It's like I think I consider myself, and I guess I consider yourselves as well, as like individuals that are first focused on what it is I can control.
Yeah.
When we talking about our life, our direction, our fitness, things we can control.
Good,
you know what I'm saying? If we have that, then it's like, okay, I could go to the next level of things that need to be.
Yeah, once I get something under control, then it's like
even when you're talking about your family, loved ones, things like that, people in your inner circle, things like that, you have to still be your best self in order to provide to these situations, right? And then when a lot of people be getting charged up and shit like that, again, what about political climate, about this, that, and the third, but it's like, bro, you don't even contribute in your neighborhood or your community. Yet you mad about the federal decisions.
I think it's easier to do that.
And those have it can have their trickle down effect, but you have shit that literally directly affects you.
It's easier to complain.
Play no part in.
It's easier to complain about the things that it's obviously out of everybody's control. It's easier to complain about that. Like, and that's kind of something that annoys me actually. Like, I don't like talking about the shit that I can't affect, but it seems that everybody wants to complain or talk about these things, and it's like, what can we do about it? Nothing. Then let's talk about something that we can do something about. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I be. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I be. So like I feel like, but to your point, it's if something's going on in your neighborhood, you could absolutely do something about it. And people would expect you to. Like people would expect you to. If you're talking about, oh, like I don't like how they're picking up our trash or whatever, like people would. Like literally, if I said that to you, you would be like, "Oh, like it's in your neighborhood. Do something about it." If I start talking about what they're doing in DC, you're not going to expect me to really like go and do something about it. So I can talk about it all I want, and it sounds like you know I'm fighting for the right cause or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't really expect me to go do something about it because we all know it's bigger than us.
People,
you know what I'm saying?
People love to be outspoken, but they don't love responsibility.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
All facts.
Like, hey, anytime I can voice my opinion, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But if I have to play a part, if I gotta play a role, you know what I'm saying? If I gotta pick up my slack, if I don't have to,
Yeah.
I don't think I want to do that. You know, and it's like, then why the fuck I want to hear your opinion?
Yeah.
I'll add this real quickly. The fucked up part is you both of y'all are absolutely right about, you know, I'm not, if I can't control it, you know, I'm not gonna pay too much attention to it. The part where it's messed up is when you're dating or just talking to chicks. You feel me?
When the things intertwine, I'm out in society, and we're like,
your family.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Well, who you voting for?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't have an educated.
Right.
You can't have your own opinion
That's
or your
where
own
it messes
stance.
everything up.
It is. We are living in a era of groupthink, and if you're not on the side that I am, I don't even want to hear why you're on your side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about why you're. I don't want to.
Right.
Yeah, no, yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm
both
saying.
sides, like,
both
it's
sides want
100%.
they don't care about why you're on the side that you're on. They don't want to hear your points or nothing like that. And what's crazy, me personally, I love conversation, bro. And people will think, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you talk to people that like know me personally, right? Like, people will think like me and Brooke could go back and forth and like there's no animosity there.
Right.
If I try to do that with other people, they think that there's I can literally be the only one that thinks there's no animosity, and they will leave that conversation like, fuck that nigga, man. Like, and I'm just like, I'll be like, damn, that was a great convo.
Right. We
that
are
serious,
two
bro.
different things.
I mean, I'll leave the conversation like, damn, that was really intellectual. That was really insightful. I learned some shit from that person. And they might leave the conversation like, fuck that nigga. Like, why does he think like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's very interesting if you're talking about like, you know what I'm saying, talking to like girls even, like, it's very, and again, this kind of goes back. This is something that I learned, or something that I've realized that's different between when you're young and when you get older. Like, you kind of, at least me, when I was younger, like I said, like, I feel like I was raised in a time, because also I was raised in a house full of women. You know what I'm saying? And then I went to school of mostly women. Like, I was kind of raised to not really ruffle feathers when it comes to like shorties, dog. Like, I just don't really want to. I don't want to have conflict. I don't want to ever. But I started to realize that, you know, they're not always right. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if I believe in something, I can just stand on it. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, if I don't have to bend what I think just because it makes somebody uncomfortable. Like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And as you get older, you realize that they gonna respect you for it, and they gonna fuck with you for it.
That part.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, she not trying to.
They actually want somebody that has a thought of their own. You know what I'm saying?
She
like,
not trying to fuck with a bitch. She wants to fuck with a man.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So
Facts.
sometimes you just got to stand on business and disagree with her.
Yeah, bro.
And that's that.
especially if you believe it. Like, don't fake. You know what I'm saying? Disagree or don't start fights. But like, if you believe something, just like stand on it. You know what I'm saying?
How you carry yourself in life definitely like filters your experience. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes if people are turned off by the way you move, it's like, well, I'm thankful for that clarity. You're a person I don't want to be around.
Yeah.
You're not making me feel any type of way.
That
about myself.
part.
Yep.
It just be like, oh,
We don't click.
you're that.
Like, oh yeah, like
We're
me and you don't
cool.
click.
Like,
Yeah, like it's
you
cool.
know, you could be
that's,
that. I'm good.
That's
I don't
another
give a
thing.
fuck.
I feel like I used to have to like if a shorty don't like me, I gotta do something to make her like me. Like, that was old. That was old me, bro. Like, like like after 30 type me, it's like, okay, like if we don't click, we don't click, and it's cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's absolutely cool. I have again, I can have a disagreement with you and still be like, damn, that was a cool conversation. Whereas like I feel it where other people will be like, oh, like fuck that guy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
like,
so like I even like so, but this is the thing too, though. I also feel like when we go, you know, as we grow older and shit like that, sometimes you know you trying to fuck with a shorty, you trying to hit or whatever the fuck, but and even just like in regular, like, you know what I'm saying, in business relations, whatever the fuck, I feel like, don't y'all feel that sometimes if there aren't some certain things we do not resonate on, there's really no reason for us to
There's no point.
There's no point.
Yeah.
Like,
what
I'm
you
not
mean? Like,
like
there's got to be a couple things that we agree on.
Exactly. It's not a matter of, oh,
We don't got to agree on everything.
100%. Be your own person. But at the same time, too, if you have a certain philosophy towards life, it's like, I don't I don't agree with that. So what the fuck?
Yeah, and you know what's crazy?
Like,
and what's
you know, like, bro, I done got the choice I ever wanted to and shit. Like, at this point, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to just be on some shit that makes sense. You know, so
what's crazy about that, bro?
You want some dumb shit. Like,
that's fact. So
shit.
I think the biggest realization that I had was that there are certain types of people, like there's certain types of outlooks on life that are kind of standard. I would say there's probably like 4 different types, and everybody fits into one of the 4 types. You know what I'm saying? But there's absolutely like I'm willing to try to understand where you're coming from mindset, where it's like, even if I don't agree, I'm willing to like hear you out, have a discourse. Sure. I'm willing to do that. And even at the end of it, I still don't agree, we're not going to be, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to be going at blows or whatever.
Yep.
Whereas there's another type of person where it's like,
there's no growth here.
Victim mindset with everything. Yeah, everything is somebody else's fault. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like never anything in their life that happens to them is their fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people like that. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, did you see the post I did about the black woman talking about she fat because of racism?
Oh my God.
No, please talk about that, because you gonna sidestep your responsibility that viciously.
What was the case she was making? That's what I'm trying to
pretty
hear.
much she was saying the diets that work for white women, Hispanic women, other races don't work for black women.
Why?
So because black women experience racism in the workplace and everyday basis, so they more stressed. So I took it a step further. I said, well, what diet did she try?
Right,
black woman tore me up. I'm talking black doctors.
What did they say?
They didn't even get into.
No, what did they say? No, not what did you say, but how did, like, they tore you up? How? Like, what was their
they was like,
excuses?
These black men don't give a fuck about us. These personal trainers uneducated. I'm educated.
I just asked the question.
I'm educated.
My thing is, bro, this is what killed me. I've helped more black women than anybody talking shit.
Right.
I've helped more black women lose weight. Most of my clientele over the years has been black women.
What's crazy, bro, is
different text brackets.
The body type, especially when it comes to shorties, the body type that people are striving for is like a fine black woman body type. Bro, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, it's like, when you're doing it right, it's like it's right in the right areas. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, because that has gotten like a little bit bigger and a little bit bigger. Like we think about like the video vixens of like the 2000s. You know what I'm saying? Like the Melissa Fords and like the Buffy the Bodies. Like they were thick. But like,
but look,
you think you thick?
But that's what I'm saying. But then it gets. But what I'm gonna say is like it gets borderline like big. So like when you see a regular shorty trying to get like that aesthetic, it starts to look like, well, you're not, because like some of that's airbrushing, some of that is like these shorties also have like some of the best trainers. So like, yeah, they got it in the right spot, but they also like they know they're on camera, so they're working. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say we had video vixens, now we got video biggins. It's going crazy out here, man. Listen, we in Washington D.C., right? If you watching this in another city, Atlanta, Houston, wherever, go to brunch. Go to a black brunch on Sunday, right? Let's do a survey. Let's play a game.
I'm weak.
Go for a whole month. Black brunch on Sunday. Who you gonna see in there the most? Black women. Love y'all, black women. I love y'all to death, but we keeping it 100 right now. Y'all ordering bottomless mimosas, chicken and waffles, the chicken wings. Not only are y'all getting bottomless mimosas, y'all ordering shots. Y'all order 4 shots an hour every 25 minutes. Y'all
prioritizing fun. Prioritizing fun. I'm weak, and it's on the shirt. Less brunches, more crunches. This nigga's this promo right here.
During the week,
during
the week, y'all going to Popeyes, Church's Chicken, Chick-fil-A, Chipotle, Buffalo Wild Wings, Sonic. Y'all go on there during the week and then had the nerve to blame it on racism when you've been in a caloric surplus daily.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. Like, what were they trying to say? I'm trying to say, like, what if somebody's coming at you in the comments for this? Like, what is their stance? Like, what are they trying to say?
Bro, but that's the thing. No, this is the thing. You even asked that. It's like, bro, their whole thing is.
It's not my fault.
Of you to ask that question.
The nerve of you to ask that question. Gotcha.
Like if she
let me do what I want. And the thing is, you can do what you want.
If she said that, that's her experience verbatim. You need to take that as like her truth. When it's like, no, y'all. Hold on. Do y'all just see what she just said? Nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Her truth. Y'all talking about racism
Let
is
me-
equated to this. Like that don't make sense.
It don't make
and I
sense.
didn't even. And you didn't. I didn't even come like that.
Yeah.
I just said, well, now you tried because I would just like to see.
Yeah.
Like maybe I
the
could
thing
push you in the
is,
right direction.
to me-
and then it's like
To me, I'm like, okay,
I'm the bad guy.
like
for the
don't
question.
don't say it's racism because it's not. Like if you're big, it's cool. Like
Bro,
it's cool.
like-
If you're because also I want to say like we're talking about all this
Bro,
stuff,
this doesn't make
but to
sense.
me,
Like,
I'm
I don't get
like
it.
honestly, I don't care what people do. It's funny because like I was talking to a shorty about this. Like I don't care what people do. I care about the people that I care about. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like the
right.
people that I care about, it's like, yeah, I wish you could be healthy because I feel like it's a net positive. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
Yeah.
no downsides of like living a healthier lifestyle, and that includes exercising and eating healthy.
Right.
I do it. I'm not, and what's crazy is I'm not perfect. Like I still have fun. I still drink. I still eat. I still do like whatever. But I don't do it all the time. Where
Yep.
I will wake up one day and find myself having let myself go. But what I'm trying to say is that like I don't really care what like random folks do, and I don't really care how random folks look. But pushing like crazy narratives like you are the way you are not because of the choices that you make every day,
Yep.
but because of racism is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy.
This the dangerous part right here, bro. When we can't look at, metabolism,
Mm-hmm.
right? We can't look at things that have been studied for years, things that ruin your metabolism, right? The caloric deficit, right? When we can't look at those things and we think that being black, now your body doesn't apply to science
Yeah.
Right.
that other races apply to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right,
We're in a dangerous spot.
No.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
100%.
super dangerous. So now our women are going to continue to get bigger. Then you got niggas in a DM still trying to smash them, so they getting the validation. So now it ain't. Well, I can still get some dick though.
That's what
they say.
That's how they grade
That's
it.
what they
That's
say
how
in my
they
comments.
that's their grade. That's their rubric right there. But it's like,
Mind
dog, I be saying like it don't
Yeah.
matter if you can still get dick. Like,
Dog,
what does that mean? You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't
and-
mean
and-
anything. You know what
We're
I'm saying?
men.
Like,
We know how men think.
yeah.
Right.
Niggas in a drought. Niggas
Yeah.
can hit anything.
Yeah.
You're the anything. You say.
Right.
You
He's
are the
calling you at
anything.
2 a.m.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying.
You're
like-
not the one he's trying to cuff.
Yeah,
not that
I do be saying like you got to look at shorties. The difference between like a shorty that a nigga like he's in her DMs and like the shorty that like the nigga brags about like that
Yeah.
he's on display with. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a
Right,
difference.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like just and that I mean you're making a good point in the sense of like shorties will get validation from like dudes that will try to talk to them, but it's like look at the guys that you want to talk to. Do
Yeah.
they try to talk to you? Just because like any old dude is trying to talk to you, that like, any shorty can walk outside and get a guy to make a pass at him. Anyone, like literally anyone, like the worst looking shorty in the world has somebody that's like trying to make a pass at her. You know what I'm saying? But it's like shorty's gotta judge it based off of like who they want, not who just wants them, because
Yep.
they don't want the
They don't
ones
even
that
want
be
them.
doing that. Yeah, like the people that be doing that, they're not interested
Shorties
in.
be coming with the ass out, and it's like, yeah, niggas be on weird shit for sure.
For
I already know
facts.
that, but hey, you got your whole ass out cousins doing reps right there.
Like in the gym?
No,
In the-
he's more so saying like, what is a nigga? You gonna say, oh, this nigga looking at my ass? You squat.
It's on display. It's on display.
What you want me to do, bro?
It's on display. When it comes to dudes, we had talked about this a little bit earlier too. Like, what are some of the things that they try to make excuses about from your experience as a
Yeah.
trainer? Like with the content that you make, what do you see dudes try to like justify or be like what are their excuses? I feel
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dudes be having the most bitch ass excuses I've ever had in my life. Right? One, they getting money.
They're saying they're
Dog.
getting money, so they don't need to work out.
Dog, I've been around.
They're saying they're getting money, so they don't need to work out.
Yes, bro. I've been around some of the wealthiest people, bro. They work out.
I was about to say, like, what are we
Like,
talking about?
faithfully,
What are we
bro.
talking
One of
about?
my best clients, shout out Jim Jackson, bro. I got to train him in LA.
Shout out Jim Jackson.
He does broadcasting for the Clippers. He does.
Yeah, he's balling. He's
Yeah,
he's a
and
Jim
he
Jackson.
played in the league 15
Hell
years.
yeah.
Bro, that man's work ethic changed my whole life, bro.
Word.
Changed my whole life. I seen that man working. I seen him taking calls from NBA coaches, calls from Fox Sports when he was on there. I seen him doing all
right.
types of stuff, getting it in, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, and then men talk about, well, they got a family, they got kids. Bro, you know how many men on the earth from the freaking 1400s to
Beginning
now
of time.
have had kids, bro,
Right.
and didn't get fat as fuck.
Right.
Like, you know how many men are in the gym today that have kids and are not fat as fuck?
Most
bro?
of them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it just be all types. Oh, well, she like a little dad bod. Go
No,
to her
she
Instagram.
don't, bro.
Go
No,
to her-
she don't.
She like
And
it.
this is another thing.
Hold on, let me add this.
Yeah,
real
go ahead,
quick.
go ahead.
Go to her Instagram. Look at what men she follows and what pictures she likes. None of them is dad bods. She like Michael B. Jordan's pics.
I was
Guaranteed.
gonna say that's another thing. Like that's another thing that I think kind of perpetuates the whole thing is that we're not the thing that people are saying that they're liking, but they're saying it. This is the theory that I have. I feel like people extend the grace that they want extended to them. You know what I'm saying? So somebody that might be a little bit overweight might be like a little bit overweight. You know what I'm saying? Might be like, oh, like let them do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? Because they want that grace extended to them when they if they ever get in that position. So I'm saying like that's what I'm saying. Like a guy might hear, oh, like a shorty likes a little bit of a dad bod. These shorties don't want a dude with a dad. Or here's what I'll say. Maybe they do like the dad bod, but I guarantee you, if you had like a 6-pack and like
You
some
think she
pecs,
gonna leave you?
yeah, like if you had like a 6-pack and some
You think she gonna
pecs,
leave?
I bet you would like that more.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I bet you would like that more. But also too, but also too, the last thing I'll say is like, don't do it for the shorty. Like, do it for yourself.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Like,
Yeah,
don't do
absolutely.
it for the shorty. Like, if a shorty told me she liked the dad bod, I'll be like, go get a nigga that got a dad bod. It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not gonna be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of something that I feel like. Yeah, go ahead,
You
bro.
know, I know. I was gonna say. I think that's even just a nice little gem that people should remember. I mean, in terms of anything that you're trying to, I guess, work for in life, make sure that the motivation is for yourself because it literally is to benefit yourself. And then the thing is, it comes with a lot of like side effects. You know, it comes with a lot of byproducts.
It does,
just because
man.
of that. You know, but I feel like. And you know, sometimes them byproducts can be, you know, that shit could be your motivation in itself. But it's
Yeah.
like, you know, like I'm always like, yo, bro, whatever it takes to get your mindset to set towards this goal and like trying to get your fit, do it.
Yep.
By all means.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I
people's
feel like that
really-
was me.
Some people's literally like, yo, bro, I just want to look good when I look in the mirror. Like, hey, bro,
That's fine.
that should be
I was
good
about to
enough.
say that was
That should be good
100%
enough,
me.
hey.
That was
Yeah,
100% me.
wrong with that,
Once
bro.
I was in
That's great.
once
Like, you
I
gonna feel
said
better about yourself. So,
like
you know,
getting out facts. Like once I kind of started to see myself, my body changing, I was like, oh, how far could we go? Like you know what I'm saying? Like how far can we push this? Like
some
you know what I'm saying?
motherfuckers it takes some real serious, you know, traumatic like health incidents.
Yeah,
and shit.
that
It's
part,
Like, yo, the doctor
that
like,
part.
yo, my nigga, you keep going down this path, then it does. Sometimes you don't want it to get to that point, but sometimes motherfuckers get shocked in the point, like, yo, bro, damn, I need to switch it up. Like it doesn't, and I think that's the
Yeah, go
thing
ahead.
too. I feel like, and we should never let things always get to a point where it's like, yo, bro, now you have to do it. Like,
Yep.
yo, nip bad habits in the butt before it becomes a no, you need to. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Now
yeah.
you need to do it. You know
Yeah, I
what I'm
heard
saying?
somebody say something like, you'll have a million problems in your life until you get a health scare. Now the only problem is your
Is the health scare? Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the only problem
Facts.
in your
Feel me?
life. You know what I mean? So
What is
that
all
was a
the you
bar.
talk about the bread niggas talk about getting money? What does that money mean if you motherfucking you in a hospital bed sick? It don't even mean shit.
Man.
Bruh, I
don't
feel
mean
like
shit.
if you're getting money, you should be healthy, bro. Like,
Yeah,
that will
I-
turn you
it's
up.
honest.
You know what I'm saying? Like that
Yeah,
will
no
turn you
excuse.
up, bro. Like that's crazy. And what is the excuse? Like they're getting money, so what? What does that
I
mean?
don't know, bro. I think
They can't sacrifice. I don't understand. Like,
They can
what does
still-
that
this is
mean?
the thing. I
So
can
they
still
don't
get
need it
women.
because they can still get shorties. Or like, I don't
Yeah,
understand.
that's
Oh,
it.
this
okay,
is the
okay.
thing though, but it's like
I don't need muscles.
like I guess at a deeper level, right? It's more so on some. I have more access to that which I desire, right? So it's like I don't need to make this sacrifice and being this like I get that's what it at a deep that's what it is, right? Because motherfuckers are not like this is you saying. Like a motherfucker will be totally comfortable in the fact it's like, bro, they'll be like, yeah, nigga, I'm a fat motherfucker and I'm having my way.
I was finna
Like,
say.
yeah,
That's why
and-
I
and
feel
it's
like-
That's
yo,
why
bro,
she's
that's
fucking her
crazy.
personal trainer.
You know what I'm saying?
that part. That
I'm not
part.
saying I did
She
it.
using you for the. She using you for the resources.
I'm not saying I did it, but it
I
happened.
wish- he said, I ain't been in. I ain't did it.
happens.
But I was gonna say, I feel like men get extreme confidence from two sources. One of it is getting money, and one of it is being
absolutely.
strong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if you got the money, maybe you don't need that source of confidence that comes from like, you know what I'm saying, being jacked. You know what I'm saying? If you are jacked, but the thing is too, like, there's nobody that gets jacked and is like, I don't need to make money. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nobody, or that there's nobody that's in the process of just like taking care of their body that's like, oh, I also don't need to do that. Nah, I feel like, and it's funny because me hearing you say this, I'm not saying it's not true, but I've never heard that concept of like, oh, like I get so much bread that I don't need to be in. I've never heard that. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's that's like, I believe you for sure. And I was even going to ask you too, like,
niggas
with the type
money
of
gut, they call it the
get
money
money
belly.
gut.
They call it the money belly. Yeah, the money gut. Like, yo, niggas would be like,
They call that happy weight.
No, niggas be like, yo, he getting too much money.
That's what Wayne say. What Wayne say? Wayne say they tell me I'm gaining weight. I tell them I'm getting paid.
You know how many times I heard that?
Well, I know a lot of broke motherfuckers fat as hell too. So
I know that part.
But they get broke belly. That must be a
They
thing.
get broke belly.
That must be a thing.
Like, bro, how the fuck you got a belly you broke?
I was gonna say
That's crazy.
okay, so like with I'm curious about like your business model in a sense, like with the type of content that you put out that's very like abrasive almost, or very like get your fat ass in the gym, that type of shit. Like what is your like clientele look like, and how does that shy people away from working with you? Does that make people want to work with you? Like what has your experience been? How have you used the content to parlay into growing your personal training career?
Yeah, man. So let's talk about what I'm gonna briefly talk about what led to it.
Yeah.
You know, I've dealt with all types of clients. I am at the point, I'm 32 now. I don't want any bullshit clients. I dealt with bullshit clients for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. I'm good.
What is a bullshit client to you?
Okay, you're not showing up.
It's January 1st and it's like
check, which is fine.
Yeah.
You handed me a check to not train you.
Yeah.
But you know, morally, I don't like that. You know what I mean? Because I don't get a success story, so my business can't grow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'd rather you just go,
What if somebody pays
go do that
you
somebody else?
What if somebody pays you consistently and they're not following your cues? Do you cut them off? Like, do you also play it to the point where it's like, yo, bro,
like, I'm gonna cut you off.
I need you to meet your shit, because if you don't do that, like it reflects on like we not just doing this for fun. Like, do you have it like that, or it's like you've had motherfuckers like, yo, bro, this person still paying me. They really. Yeah. They just don't.
I don't care if they get results or not. I'm in the gym, like, you know what I'm saying?
They just be paying me.
They're one client out of 16.
Like, do you have any clients like that or no? Like everybody that pays is like, bro, they investing in what it is that they doing.
Yeah, everybody that pays is serious. You know, anybody who was paying them bullshit, and I always tried to help them and get them in there. But now everybody, I don't have to deal with any bullshit. I got the last piece of bullshit out of my my
clientele
a couple 2 months ago.
Okay,
right. So everybody now is on point. They on time. They work. They follow meal plan. They follow directions.
Right.
And I purposely do my content because that's the type of people I attract.
Right.
You know, like even today, I got a text from one of my clients. His A1C went down. I'm gonna see if I can find it quickly. He said, "Coach, I don't know how much you know about diabetes, but my A1C went from 9.4 to 6.6 in the last 6 months. The last 90 days training with less brunches, more crunches had a lot to do with this." You know what I'm saying? Those are the type of clients I get, and that's what I want. I want the success stories to really help people. So
that's actually very tough.
If motherfuckers get mad at my content, then I'm not for you. Go to a soft ass, fat ass trainer. There's plenty of them out there, and don't get no fucking results and stay fat.
Yeah, I'm curious what y'all.
And blame it on being a black woman.
Blame it on racism. I'm weak. I was finna say what I will say. Let me just justify this. The thing about like the food deserts is real though. Like where they put bad food in like bad areas and like good food or more accessible like grocery stores and stuff like this in better areas. I do think that's a thing, but something that I think is a little bit backwards is that people generally don't like when their neighborhood is like gentrified.
So
but
can I touch on that real quick?
Go ahead.
So you're absolutely right. Go to a black neighborhood, you're gonna see the Popeye, Sonic,
McDonald's,
the liquor store. You're gonna see all that shit.
Right.
Now, do me a favor. Next time you're in those neighborhoods, go in the grocery store, go to the fruit and vegetable section and lean protein section. That motherfucker is not empty.
Oh yeah, facts.
Right. Yeah, motherfuckers not consuming that shit. So,
you know
well, the thing, because you can still get the healthy produce from the grocery store.
Now, let me add something else. Now, that's somebody who's lived in PG County. You know, I went to school in Washington D.C. I lived in Woodland Hills too. California. Woodland Hills, the next town over from Calabasas,
Mm-hmm.
out in LA County.
Right.
They got fast food spots there too. They got the crumble cookie, the Chick-fil-A's. They got Five Guys. They got all that shit too.
Right.
Now they do have Sweet Green there and,
Mm-hmm.
and a couple other options. But the point is, you don't have to eat that shit.
Yeah,
And the people that's in shape out there aren't spending their time at fucking Shake Shack.
Yeah,
You know? So
And I
it
feel
is
like
about choices for sure.
basically what you saying really is like, yo, bro, you have to be intentional. Like,
got
yeah,
to.
man, you know what? It is a little fucked up, but we gonna have to take that extra step. It's not just readily available for you. You might have to go whip that shit up.
Yeah.
Go get them ingredients and make it. They don't got nothing. Exactly, like you said. You got your ground beef. You got your fruits. You got your vegetables. Go ahead, and make
That's
your
just
shake.
part
You know
of
what I'm
it,
saying?
bro.
Go YouTube.
Yeah.
You don't know. I don't know how to cook, but bro,
you learn.
easy fix.
Yeah,
You'll
that's
learn
facts.
it.
Go to a
You'll
cooking
learn it.
class.
You'll
Facts.
get to you'll learn a little something about them pre-planned. You know what I'm saying?
Find that one healthy spot in town and just go there. Cause like I don't like to cook my own meals all the time, but there's I go to Kava, you know what I'm saying? I go to Jazzwiz.
Yeah.
Shout out to those spots. Those are I go to there anytime I don't want to make myself a meal, I go to those two places, and those are like the healthiest fast foods you could get. You know what I'm saying?
And that's even pushing it too. You kind of do want to eat in the house as much as possible. If you're in a rush,
go ahead.
that's fine. Kava and shit is fine, but even Chipotle to an extent, depending on what you get.
Right.
But you do want to eat.
So
in the
are you
house as much
cooking
as
your meals?
possible.
Like what's
I cook everything.
Yeah.
What's your nutrition like?
I
Yeah.
cook everything,
Word.
man. So I change my protein up. It could be chicken, it could be steak, it could be shrimp, it could be salmon. Those like my main ones.
Mm-hmm.
I always got rice in the crib.
Okay.
I always got some type of vegetable, usually green beans, or I just do like a kale
And you
spinach salad.
pre-prepping it like
I
you don't
prep
even think,
everything. I
word.
do all that shit
Like
myself.
it's Sunday,
bro.
your prep day, boom, for the week type
Yep.
shit.
Well,
and,
I usually cook twice in a week. I cook
Word.
on Sunday and then Wednesday or Thursday.
okay.
And I always got fruit. Right now, blueberries probably my favorite.
And do you be having
Yeah.
your cheat days, shit like that, or like nah?
I do
it's
cheat
like,
days too.
word,
Hell
word,
yeah.
word,
But
word.
I got a rule. If I'd have a cheat day, I got to work out that day.
Oh, word.
You know what
Say
I'm saying?
less.
I gotta
There
get
you
I gotta
go.
get some work
That's
in
real.
that day.
That's real.
Then I could go big back.
Okay.
And the next day too.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
So it's all consistency. But people see me do it like, oh, you doing it. It's different when I
See,
do it.
but that's what I was gonna.
Right,
I was
right.
also gonna say something about that too. Like people do think that it's got to be all or nothing, and that's
Yeah.
kind of where. That's why I said earlier. Like for me, it's a lifestyle. It's my whole journey. I'm not saying that like I'm eating spinach and lifting every day. I'm not saying that's my lifestyle. I'm saying that majority of the time I'm gonna care about what I eat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If like my homies want to go to this spot and like I just want to order whatever I want to order at that spot, it's not that big of a deal
Not a big
because
deal at all.
I know the next day I'm gonna do something. Like the next day I'm gonna get back on track. Like it's not
Yep.
and the thing is people get too they just get too all or nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like and I think that's kind of what intimidates people or like makes people back away from doing the whole like fitness journey
Yeah.
and all that kind of stuff is they think that it's gotta be all or nothing.
And
But like,
it ain't even like that, man. A lot of people think, especially girls, like they be like, I thought you just, you were super strict, and
and they think it's boring,
Right,
and it's
right.
like
I
they're like,
mean-
no, it don't gotta be boring. Like you know what I'm saying?
It don't
Like
have to be boring, bro. Go
if
to
you
a cooking
You
class.
if you
know
get to a
what's so
point where you look good, you can literally eat whatever you
Man,
want every
I'm gonna tell
couple
you,
days.
man, when you try and be on your shit, that shit just kind of make you get a little creative, and you learn a whole new world of foods and different things that you
do.
can actually do.
Yeah.
It really actually opens your mind in that type of way. You know what I'm saying? But bro, we appreciate you, bro, for really
yeah, for
pushing through
sure,
to the
man.
show and shit like that. We definitely want you to any place that people could follow you, or if people want to actually book a session themselves and shit like that, like let people know how they can go about doing that, like how they could just keep up with you and your content,
Yeah, man. C Marty Fit on Instagram. CMARTY Fit. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Check out my YouTube. And if you do want to train, just shoot me a DM. I'm pretty active in the DMs. See the clothing brand. Less brunches,
Less
more crunches.
brunches, more
So they gotta be ready
crunches.
to give up the brunches if they
That's
have
what
to
it
lock
is.
in.
Well,
do,
nah,
do you
I-
brunch?
Hey.
Do you
I go to
brunch?
bro? I probably go to brunch.
He just said less. He just said
Yeah.
niggas
Don't say
ain't
no.
Niggas ain't no brunches.
I
Niggas
don't
Yeah.
think I've been to brunch yet this year, but
Okay.
I'm gonna go soon.
I'm
though.
locked
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, I'm gonna go soon, man.
There you go.
But
Pick up
bro,
a big
it's
bag.
Hey, you remember niggas? It's different when I do it.
It's different when I do it.
80-20
I heard
lifestyle.
this.
80-20, that's what it
80-20
is.
lifestyle,
That's what
man.
it
It's
is.
cool, bro.
80-20.
That's cool.
That's what I'm saying. It don't got to be all or nothing, dog.
They
Like
be 80-20
80-20.
the other way.
And it's like you got catching up to do type
that's
shit.
it, bro.
You know what I'm saying? A week, but yeah, man, appreciate you for coming through.
Absolutely.
That is going to do it for the show.
For sure, man.
Make sure y'all
Subscribe.
subscribe to the channel if you have not,
Yes, sir.
and we'll see y'all next time.
Real early.
Early.